around the world. And from our headquarters in New York,
Breaking news. It's time for another wild and crazy look at the future with the internet's favorite psychic, Adam Savage. I can hardly wait to hear what he has in store this time. What shall he reveal today? Let's find out. Take it away, Adam.
Thanks, Marcia. I've gotten a lot of requests about this next topic, coronavirus. Tell us, Adam, ye say, what is going to happen with that zany little character who has wrecked so many lives? This has been my #1 requested reading, so I hope you're happy. Before we begin, I've had some people questioning my ability as a psychic reader. Some of you say I'm fake or that I'm just making this up. Good, I say, because you should be critically thinking and just take a look at my previous readings and see how they come true. Just because people make things up doesn't mean it's fake. Some of you suggest that my jokiness may not make me a serious tarot reader. I'm a little bit sick of all these psychics that are really like, ooh, so serious about it. Like, just chill out. If it works, it works. I'm critical of my own tarot reading abilities when I'm not in certain states. But when I'm in the right state of mind, I am very accurate. Anyways, what's happening with Mr. Coronavirus? What's it gonna be like out there on the streets? Is it gonna be better or worse or what? Will we all remain behind masks like costume superheroes for the rest of our lives? Some of you in the comments from my previous video said that you wanted to see me actually when I'm picking the cards, so I've decided to do that from now on. And you may be curious about how I go about picking the cards. I generally don't use tarot spreads, and I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with them. I think there are a million different ways to use the tarot, and they are each right if they work, and this is just the method that I find that works. I'll pick cards in different ways. The way I'm doing it in this reading is I've spread the cards out, and I tend to just go over the entire deck several times or as much as I need to before I feel like I'll start to feel different energies over different cards until I kind of zone in on an area, and then I very carefully go over like the cards around that area until I find the exact card that is calling me. I'm kind of like a bit of an anarchist with magic. If it works, it works. That's my motto. And this works. So designating the year 2021 into 4 different quarters is what I did. And I basically, so the first card would represent, broadly speaking, the first 3 months, January, February, March. And the second card, April, May, June. And the third, July, August, September. And the fourth card, October, November, December. Let's take a look now at my interpretation of these energies. Sometimes the tarot cards give me a prediction that is against my kind of intuition or against what my conscious mind thinks. But in this case, this is kind of how I've read a lot about coronavirus, and this is kind of the development I see taking place. In the first 3 months, this Page of Pentacles is we're struggling with the natural world, which has produced this virus, and we're trying to overcome it still. So we're still at this point just beginning to make physical inroads into it. Like basically for 2020, it's all been research, data collection, and so on. But finally, we're going to take some action and start. This is probably the vaccine, I'm guessing, coming into being and finally being implemented in the population. For April, May, and June, I'm seeing the 6 of Swords, which I usually think of this as, it's processing, it's planning, and it's still a pretty bleak moment in the world. It's like planning for future events and taking the actions. Again, I think this is the vaccine or some other treatment that is coming to being for this. But at this point, I'm still seeing it pretty bleak, so I'm guessing we're still going to be wearing masks at this point for the most part. We should always leave room for the unpredictable as the world becomes more and more creative. The speed at which these vaccines have been produced is incredible. We've never done anything like it in history. We've learned an enormous amount from this vaccine, things that may lead to other treatments related to the flu and cancer. In the fall, this is a card I see from July, August, and September. The interesting thing is, though, I don't see an unpredictable. This seems like a continuation of this. Like, this is the implementation of our strategy to escape from this. From these, I would say, if this is April, May, June, and this is July to September. I'd say like somewhere in here we're gonna peak, and then I think based on this, this is October, November, December. That's when our numbers may start to be going down. But this is going to be, for the most part, 2021 is going to look similar to a lot of 2020, unfortunately. This was the trickiest card for me to read in terms of coronavirus, but I think I do understand it. I think of this as being comfortable in the world, very at ease and connected to the world as it is. I think a lot of this has to do with nature. We're finally having some balance as we learn to deal with coronavirus. So I think it's possible, but I'm not promising this. I think at least 3/4 of next year we're going to be wearing masks. We're going to be doing social distancing and various levels of lockdown. I'm sorry if you were hoping to see some kind of return to normality by the spring. I just do not foresee that at this point. I'll do a further look at the coronavirus in 2021. So if you're not subscribed, now's a great time. Use this time to develop your inner self and your magical resources. Meditate, send art into the world. Be sure to check out my future videos for strategies and magical tips for manipulating these interesting times. If you find yourself afraid of the coronavirus, I suggest you study up on biology. It is fascinating and there is nothing to be afraid of. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and be sure to press the bell so you're the first on your block to know the latest news affecting you, affecting your vaguely exciting life.
'Cause I got wheels and you wanna go for a ride.